That was the very first sighting of Wolf Boy out in this rural, Midwest community. And then, of course, the first thing I did was tell Trenton about it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were actually, it was a Friday night. We were supposed to be having band practice. I believe it was around Halloween sometime. I just got done playing a football game, and we went out to have our band practice. We had band practice every Friday night, and Patrick didn't show up for some reason. I think he was with a chick or something, and so we couldn't play music. Our drummer never showed up, so we were just looking for something to do. And that's when you told us that story, and we were like, "What?" Obviously nobody believes that crap. It's just a funny story, but we were all bored out of our minds, and I was like, "Fine, let's go get in the van and go looking for Wolf Boy." And that's what we did. We all piled in my van. I think it was me, you, Caleb. I think Kevin was there for some reason.
Yeah.
And maybe one other person, but I can't remember. And we started driving down the road that you're talking about. And
now this was late at night, right?
Yeah, it was late at night. And I remember it was pretty chilly, but it was like a good chilly, you know what I mean? It was like a good jacket weather.
Yeah, it used to get cold.
Yeah.
In October.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking hot year round.
Yeah. But so we're driving down the road, and you're like, "This is where we saw him." We came around this bend right by the river, and you were like, "This is about where we saw him," and he ran right over here. Pull over, pull over. And I pull over into this field, basically. Back there, maybe, I don't know, what do you think, 100 yards, 200 yards? There was, like, you could see some structures, but it was like real old, rickety buildings.
Primitive.
Like, yeah, barn, but there were trees all around it. And so we pull my van and, like, point it out there and turn my brights on, and you're like, "This is it, dude. This is where he ran to." And I remember we were just started, like, I just had this weird feeling, kind of freaked out. And I was like, "Fuck it, man. Let's go out there." And we started walking out there, and there was like a little cellar thing off to the left, and then straight ahead there was like an old shed, old barn looking thing, and then to the right there was another barn, right? Like, am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
And like surrounded by trees, basically, in the middle of a field. It was just a weird section. It was like they just forgot to rip all this stuff down. And
yeah, it probably used to be an old farmhouse.
Sure.
Or like there used to be like an old farmhouse on that property, because if you drive throughout, the Midwest, for the listeners, all about this, but
yeah.
You see a bunch of wheat fields, and then you see like a patch of trees, right? Yeah. And that's like where somebody lived, and then you see a bunch of wheat fields, and then you saw like a patch of trees. And this was a patch of trees with, like a bunch of old dilapidated structures on it.
Yeah. But I remember walking up there, and at this point we hadn't seen anything. But all of a sudden there was this crazy noise off to the right, and it sounded like something was running at us at full speed. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like tearing ass through the forest. And we were like, "What the fuck?" So we go running. Yep. We go hauling ass back to the van and like jump in and lock the doors, and like we're just looking out there.
At this time, I was not on the track team, but a couple of years before, I was a fucking track runner. And our guitar player, who was not like a quick
super
gentleman,
athlete,
he fucking beat me back to the car. That's how fast we ran and how scared we all were. Is that, I just saw a puff of smoke and my friends were gone.